Morning, folks. How's it going? This is a Patriotic Rancher Show Rant with Mr. Brutally Honest. It's I know it's early. It's only like 6:40 in the morning, but I've been up since 5. So, but you know, I want to give my opinion on what I seen last night with the speech from the president. The president made some very good points last night. He kind of hit home on some things. And one of the things he really hit home is how he came out and told America how we're supposed to remember what Chuck Schumer has said in the past and what Chuck Schumer has done in the past. Now, one of the things I don't agree on is the Democrats. They said, okay, fine, we'll do this, but we want a steel barrier made out of metal, not concrete. I wonder why that is. Is it so they can have an easier way of taking cutting torches and making holes? Yeah, what's the chances of them pulling up cutting torches and stuff like that on the other side and being able to blow holes through the walls? And we all know that with steel barriers, you don't go as deep for your footings as you would concrete. So, no, let's do concrete. The hell with it. Here's a man who came out last night. He did not declare a national state of emergency. I don't think he really wants to, but he came out and just point blank told us how certain people are refusing to work with the president and the people of the United States in securing our borders. And our president took that upon himself to do that. Here we are the people of the Republic of the United States of America. And our president is doing the job we elected him to do. He is trying to protect us in all the capacities that he can as being president. Then we have the rebuttal by Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, which is an absolute farce. It was just a farce on what they were saying. Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi are the two people that can do nothing but spout the party line better than anybody else. They can lie out of both sides of their face while trying to convince you that everything they're saying is the absolute God's honest truth. But yet, they don't want you to see what they've said in the past. They don't want you to know what they've said in the past. They don't want you to know how they flip-flopped on everything when it does them good. But when it screws over America and the citizens of this great country and our safety, that has no relevance to anything they say. I'm down here in Oklahoma, northwest Oklahoma, and we have a major influx of illegals that come through here constantly. Last night I was watching that, and it kind of brought something to mind that people that live in areas that's not affected by what happens with illegals coming in our country have no freaking clue on what's going on. They have none. They don't know what it's like to see jobs taken away from people and given to illegals. They don't know what it's like to watch the illegals come in and get everything they want. Well, we work our ass in the ground, just try to get ahead. Them illegals could be here in a year and be getting everything they want, but we can't. You people up there in the swamp, you guys can spout all the crap you want, but y'all ain't the ones dealing with them. We are. Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, Kansas, Nebraska, California, People that live down here by the border, we are affected by what the illegals do more than anybody else, because this is the country they come through. This is the country where they commit the crimes. This is the part of the country where the drugs come through. This is the part of the country where we have so many murders, rapes, all sorts of crap committed by these illegals. Yeah, it is true. It's damn true. And right here in Woodward, Oklahoma, we had an officer that had a shootout and a car chase with, believe it or not, an illegal. Now, that's kind of a rare deal in Woodward, Oklahoma, but guess what had happened? And they caught him, thank God. But he did shoot a highway patrolman. But you know what? We're lucky we don't have to deal with this as much as everybody else. Now, I got a lot of friends and family over there in Arizona, and a lot of friends I grew up with Texas. I've been down on the border 1,000,000 times. They'll gather cattle off that country. And you don't know what it's like. If you're in the deep state, you don't know what it's like to ride down there with firearms on your saddle and on your person and your hair standing on end as you're gathering cattle, because you don't know if they got snipers up there. You can see the tracks where they're coming through. And you don't know if them son of a bitches are coming right up the trail. And they got snipers out there. Them coyotes bring them people across, and they don't care if they live or die, because they got their money. It doesn't make a shit to them. Chuck and Nancy are saying, oh, they're such good people. Oh, they never come across. Oh, there's criminals never come across. You're liars. You're liars. So here's my opinion on this. The president did a hell of a speech last night by informing everybody exactly what's what. Again, he did not declare a national emergency. Should he have? No. But it's damn sure something we need to get our border. Damn sure need to get our border done. Now, at the same time, do we need to worry about illegals? Oh yeah, that's high. That's high on the caliber list. So what happens now? Well, here you go, Mr. President. Instead of a partial government shutdown, stop all pay for the Senate and the House members. Stop all their pay 100% until we can come up with something. How many billions and millions of dollars have been taken by the Democrats and by the Republicans both? Oh, we need to do something with the border, so we're going to take these millions of dollars and do something, and nothing ever freaking happens. Well, where's all that money at? Where's all that money's been allocated for the border? Has it done any good? No, it hasn't. Now, we do have places on the border that have barriers. And they do work. They do work. It slows down people. And it's a known fact. People are going to take the easiest way. So we need to take all that money that's been allocated over the decades to go to the border, find out where that money's at, and then get it back on the border. Because I guarantee you some of it's went into some pockets. It's went into somebody's pockets instead of at the damn border. Now, if we would have had all sorts of money going to the borders and it was supposed to be there, then things wouldn't have been different. Now, the president did hit the nail on the head. The Democrats and Republicans are saying they don't want a border wall. They don't want a border wall. But yet, it's okay for the politicians to have walls around their premises. It's okay for them to have walls around against where they're going to live and their property, because they don't want nobody else coming into their little utopia. Yeah, he was dead right about that. Dead right about that. Because people, these politicians, do have walls around their place. You know, everybody who's talking about we don't need walls, they got walls around them. Mark Zuckerberg's got walls around Facebook. He's got walls around his house in Hawaii. You know, Gates, Bill Gates got walls. He's even got security. You know, here we got Chuck and Nancy and everybody, Mitch McConnell, they got security with them too. Well, if you don't want the wall, then get rid of your security. Get rid of your security detail. You know, you guys keep saying all this crap, which is being two-faced. You don't want this. You don't want that. You want to take our guns away. Good. Get rid of your security detail that carries firearms in. That's all there is to it. You don't want the wall? Fine. You go out here and live like the rest of us without living with a wall around your place. Now then, think of this. We got countries that have walls. We got the Vatican that has walls. We got the Great Wall of China. Well, if all these walls are working, what's wrong with America having one? Nothing at all. Have the wall, have your ports of entry and your ports of exit. I'm for that. I've drove semis into Mexico and to Canada both. I wouldn't have a problem with having a wall. As long as you're legal, what the hell is the problem? I do not understand this. Now, Chuck and Nancy, last night when I watched you guys do your rebuttal, you guys kind of reminded me of the old Green Acres thing. But the problem is both of you have no clue what you're talking about. None. I would almost demand that everybody up there who's talking this nonsense about the border, you come down and live on the border for 60 days without your security people and without your borders, without your walls. Y'all come down here, stay on a place on the border and see what happens. Maybe you guys can get a first eye view of what really happens. Of the planes that fly over there and drop the drugs. Of the coyotes that bring people over and don't care if they live or die. You know, you guys want to claim that Border Patrol's killing people? No, I think you better reevaluate what's going on. You know, here we are. It's 2019. This epidemic is getting worse. And it's getting worse. You know, I did a watch party last night when I watched this. And I watched the CBS one. And they had a young man on there who had no clue what he was talking about. None. And it makes me wonder, why does everybody up there around the swamp and these major news networks think they know more than the people that have to live with this? Why do they think they're the only ones that has the knowledge, the life experience of what it's like to deal with illegals? Yeah, I got some friends. I'm gonna be honest. I got some friends that's illegals, hardworking people. They send a shitload of money back home. Do I agree that they need to be here illegally? No. And I've told them that. I've told them, you need to go get your green card. You need to go get a visa. You need to do it legally. And do I agree that they need get paid and then they send money home? Let's tax the shit out of that money. You know, let's look at how much money is sent back to Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, wherever they're from. Let's look how much money is sent back to their home countries and then tax the hell out of it. And that right there will be enough money to do something. You know, as we grow in 2019, it sure makes me wonder just what in the damn hell those people in the swamp know about living down here. They don't even come to this country. They fly over it. They don't want nothing to do with this part of the United States. Because ain't a damn one of them come here, get out of their freaking vehicle, walk around and see what's what. And when they do say they go to the border, they go to the place where there's the most security at all. They don't go to the places where there's no security. They don't go to the places where there's nothing except for a barbed wire fence. They don't go to places where there's rape trees and there's trash all over and there's people laying dead out there. They don't go to places where the crime is the highest. They don't. Don't let them bullshit you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the politicians keep lying to you and try to make it to where you are the only ones that have to listen to them, and they are the only ones that know what's going on because they're a bunch of damn liars. That's all there is to it. They are a bunch of liars. Now, here it is, 7 o'clock in the morning. I hear my rooster out there crowing. It's still darker than sin. And I just finished my last cup of coffee. And it's time for me to go fire my truck up because I got to go haul cows in to get them preg checked. But, you know, the more I think about the president's speech last night, the more he was dead on. He was dead on. And then when I think about Chuck and Nancy's, you guys look like Bozo and Mr. Green Jeans. You did. You made no whimsical sense at all. None. Now, Nancy Pelosi, how about this? Government shutdown, we stop your pay, and we have an investigation on how you become a multi-millionaire. Same with you, Chuck Schumer. We shut your pay down completely. Since you two clowns want to act like Howdy Doody and Bozo, how about we investigate y'all? And that's what the president should have said last night. The president should have came out and said, we're going to hold a national investigation into all Republicans and all Democrats who refuse to protect this great republic that we live in. That's all there is to it. You know, and here's something else that's really funny too, ladies and gentlemen. CNN, Major Garrett, the dumbass that Major Garrett is, he wanted to make a point last night that the president said, well, I'll take money away from the Pentagon to build the wall. Nancy Pelosi, you have been cutting benefits for veterans for a very long time. You refuse to let the veterans get the services they need. Chuck Schumer, you do everything you can to make sure we have the weakest military we are. And you was happy with that. You was ecstatic when Obama cut everything he could from the veterans and the VA and the Pentagon. All right. So the president, remember there's an ominous bill that he signed. An ominous bill, which means he and he alone can dictate where that money goes to. Not the House and the Senate at all. The ominous bill is what the president signed. It has no authority needed from the Senate or the House. Now, the president can take some funds from the Pentagon and build the wall. That's all there is to it. He can. And he does not need y'all's approval to do this at all. So when Major Garrett's trying to make this point, oh my goodness, he's going to take money from the Pentagon. How horrible is that going to be? But yet just 2 years earlier, you guys were trying to destroy every vet in this country. You guys were trying to destroy the military, the VA system. You guys basically were trying to kill all vets. Now the president wants to take a couple of dollars away from the Pentagon and build a wall. Okay, well, I can see the benefit of that. But with this ominous bill that he signed, where did 99% of that money go to? That was in the ominous bill and went to the Pentagon. And it went to the Pentagon for a reason, just in case something like this came up. And you ass clowns couldn't figure out what's going on. You know, Yeah, take some money from the Pentagon. Build the damn wall. You know, the American people via a vet set up a GoFundMe. Take some of that money. Take all of that money and build the damn wall with it. You know, there's millions of dollars raised on that GoFundMe page. Millions of dollars. So, Mr. President, my name is Mr. Brutally Honest. You want me to come up there and start kicking ass and taking names with the Democrats? I don't have a problem with that. And I will go after each and every one of them. And I will help you in any way I can. Get the damn wall started, just like every American that lives here. Support you in saying, let's build the wall. That's why there's a hashtag out there. It's called hashtag build the wall. Because that shows our support for you and what you're doing. The hell with Chuck and Nancy and Mitch and anybody else that stands in the way. The hell with them. For years and decades and generations, the politicians of the United States have been saying we need to get immigration under control. We need to start doing this about immigration. Well, then it's about damn time. So, Mr. President, you have my blessing to do whatever the hell it is to do and get our immigration under control. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, it's time for me to go to work, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm out of coffee. And I got to go haul cattle. So, y'all have a beautiful day. And just remember this, on the Patriotic Rancher Show with Mr. Brutally Honest, we love you. We support you, Mr. President. God bless the people of the Republic of the United States of America. And if you sit on a wooden fence too long, you're going to get splinters in your butt. So get your ass up, pull those splinters out, put your feet down, go forward, never backwards. And you grow where you planted. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.